What's up, everybody? Robert Rule of 2 Review here, and today, here comes more Mario. Alright, everybody, so welcome back. It's been quite a few days since I've been able to make a news video. I got a little bit caught up with my Metroid Fusion Let's Play, which you can also find available on the channel right now. Also, I'm switching out my video capture equipment to something much better. I've been dealing with some quality issues with my capture lately, so I've decided to kind of just re-up my equipment, and so I've got some new stuff that I'm switching over to new editing programs. So that's been slowing things down. Also, Mr. Chad has been having to re-upload some of his Dark Souls 2 Let's Plays, so I'll go ahead and link both of those below, the Dark Souls 2 and Metroid Fusion stuff, so you can check that out. So yeah, I've only been able to do a few news videos the last couple of days. Today's news story on this video was not what I initially turned everything on to record and talk about, but this was pretty cool news, so I figured I'd make a video about this first, and then I'll get to some of the other stuff in a different video later. Okay, so as my intro to today's video no doubt led on, there is officially an announcement that is confirming work on the brand new Mario game. I should say the next Mario game to come from Nintendo. This is pretty cool news because Super Mario 3D World, only came out for the Wii U in, I believe it was September, October, November, last fall, last Christmas. I mean, the game's been out for 6 months maybe. And of course, it was a fantastic, wonderful game. Most people who played it loved it. The reviews were off the charts. It might have been the second or third best reviewed game, I think, for the entire year last year. So definitely an amazing experience. We want more great, we always want more great Mario games. We always want more great games for the Wii U. The interesting news is that the game has not been confirmed to be for the Wii U or for the 3DS. We don't even know exactly. It was confirmed by the producer of the series, which is Yoshiaki Koizumi. Hopefully I pronounced that right. And he has a pretty interesting quote that you can find available. He says, whether or not the game is for the Wii U or the 3DS, he says it's still a secret. He tells Edge Magazine, "I can tell you, though, that we've already started approaching our next challenge." Pretty cool information when you consider what's going on, that they're keeping it a secret if it's 3DS or Wii U. My theory is one of two theories. Either A, it's going to be a Wii U game because I think it needs to be a Wii U game, or B, it's going to be a game that comes out on both platforms. I think they might even try to do some cross-compatibility. That might be kind of cool, or it might just be a game where they release a Wii U version and then, a scaled-down but still hopefully excellent 3DS version. That game could very easily play to both systems' strengths. And here's something else that's mentioned that I think would further lend to that theory of mine. So the co-director of the team, his name is Kenta Motokura, hopefully I pronounced that kind of right. He said that one thing that they want to do with the next Mario game, if it was to come, quote unquote, if it was to come to the Wii U, would be to better utilize the console's gamepad, which is, the standard controller for the Wii U. I think that means, the fact that he even brings that up means that it's probably going to be a Wii U game, whether it's for both systems or exclusively just for the Wii U. Obviously, if that's a conversation, that's what they're thinking about. And what's cool is, if you think about my idea of if it's a game that would release simultaneously on both systems, both systems have that same control scheme where they both have a touchscreen available to them as a second screen experience. So they could very easily make the game be almost the same, only looking different on both systems because they have a second touchscreen that I think you could use regardless. I definitely want to hope and dream that the game would come out on the Wii U. Mario 3D World was so good. It looked so fantastic. It's time for them to start pushing forward the Wii U hardware. It's not that I want them to necessarily leave the 3DS in the dust at this point, because they can't. It's still their cash cow at this point, while the Wii U is still trying to find its success. They make the most money off of it. It's an excellent, wonderful, fantastic portable system. They need to support it with good games continually and not stop that. But at the same time, the Wii U needs to become their focus. It needs to become the main center of Nintendo's strategy, and their console experience is still what makes them who they are, more than their handheld experience. So that's why I'm really hoping and thinking that this game is either going to come out just for the Wii U or for both systems. One last thing real quick is that it should be noted that Koizumi is also the man who was the director of Super Mario Galaxy. I believe both Galaxy games, maybe just the first, I'm not sure. Regardless, I mean, that's a pedigree that you simply cannot deny. So the question becomes, what kind of Mario experience are we going to get going forward? Are we going to get, the more straightforward, level to level kind of design of 3D World and 3D Land, which were both phenomenal games, of course? Or are we going to get something on a grander scope, something that's more of trying to sell us on a cohesive world, like what the Galaxy and Sunshine and 64 Mario games were? It's probably no secret that I myself and most people, most gamers, most of you, I'm sure, would probably prefer the Galaxy Sunshine kind of experience. A, because that's just better, and B, because we just went through two games that had that kind of formulaic level-to-level experience, the two, the 3D Land and 3D World games. Again, those were amazing, so we don't want to take anything away from those games. But thinking about what the power of the Wii U could bring to a Galaxy type of experience, and if they're really worried about the functionality of the gamepad and how they could integrate that into the gameplay of the next Mario game, those kinds of games could do really amazing things. When you're moving so fast and having to be so, precise with everything going on, like in the 3D World game, it can be hard to find a reason to have to use that gamepad. But if the breadth and scope of your game is so large that you have this kind of ebb and flow of pace where you're, traversing worlds and discovering secrets at sometimes in a slower pace, and then things ramp up when you run into bosses or other kinds of enemies, that could give you more of a reason to use the gamepad and all the features that offers in a different kind of way. I think that could actually lend itself really well to that kind of experience. Overall, the fact that they want to use the gamepad so much going forward makes me really excited. The gamepad to me is the segregator for the Wii U. That's what makes the Wii U unique and special. That's why I like the Wii U. I like that controller, and I like the fact that it's, I can have those kinds of unique experiences on the Wii U platform, whereas I can have other types of regular experiences on the other two platforms. And I like that. So I want games exclusively made for the Wii U, especially to use the gamepad in great ways, especially coming from Nintendo. So I think it's good news to hear that. When you consider that Iwata had that meeting months and months ago where he mentioned that they need to focus more on the gamepad going forward as the strategy for the Wii U, excuse me, that was great news. That was wonderful stuff. On my video that I made about that, I got very, very excited. I'll link that video below. That was something that I was very, very happy to hear them say, because I agree. That needs to be the focus. That is what makes the Wii U what it is. So focus on that. Make it matter. Make the games better because of it. And you're going to see the success that you want to see, I think, personally. That's just me. And so, the Mario game should be doing that. So what's interesting to note, in closing out this video today is that later this evening, I'm recording on Tuesday, April 8th. So the Super Smash Bros. Nintendo Direct is going to be airing in just a couple of hours. So I'm definitely going to do like a wrap-up video talking about that as well. So that's going to be really cool to do two Nintendo videos today. Excuse me. One focused on the new Mario game and one focused on all the Smash Brothers stuff coming from the Nintendo Direct. It's going to be a pretty cool, awesome day. So if you're a Nintendo fan, today is your day. Okay, guys, well, that's it for the next Mario Brothers game news for today. Pretty exciting stuff. Nice little news blurb that I don't think any of us were expecting, so it's going to be really cool to see what happens with that going forward. Of course, if you like what I'm doing here at Rule of Two Review, you can subscribe to the channel and like and share the video and share your comments and your thoughts about Mario and Nintendo below. Thank you so much for tuning in, and as always, I will catch you next time.